Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 27, Tannehill. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Chandler Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
They'll look to throw here. Big hold to the 30. And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a halt.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum has clearly shifted in their favor?
A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this one's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Henry again on second down.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. But when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like it. I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Titans' 36-yard line.
Now a give to Edmonds. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On play action, they'll throw.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be fourth down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give him a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On second down, here's Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. To throw is Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Fielded at the 20. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there. First down to set him back on second. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill, flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw again. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to a field goal. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run with Edmonds. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Jason Myers on for field goal.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will knot us up at 10.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Henry out of the pistol. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. 20, 10, 5, and this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon team. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down at 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Titans are right back in this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
61 yards on the ground for him so far. Derrick Henry shrugs him off. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 38, Tannehill. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now Tannehill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are looking as if they'll move it to 7 and 2 as they add on to this lead.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. And he's got his big tight end here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Now Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Throwing Tannehill.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are